Okay, we want to look at the rotational joint application in regards to the pipe vise base. And the first thing we'll do is go to the joint. Now, joint is a little bit different than constraint. Constraints you can use when you're sure you want to lock something in place and you're not too worried about controlling motion. Joint, though, we can control the motion a little bit more realistic. And in this case, we use rotational. First thing it's going to ask is how it wants to connect, and then it's going to ask how you want to align it. So we'll do that. So the first thing I want to do is I want this face at that axis. Now it does make a difference where you pick on that face and the orientation. So we want to make sure that that center is highlighted. Then we'll rotate this around. Do the same thing here. Now we also know from past experience that we've got a gap right here, and we can if we hit OK, we can go in there and measure that. And we'll go to inspect, measure, and we'll grab that face right there, rotate it around and grab this face, and we'll see that we've got 63 thousandths. It's actually 62.5. So now we can go back to that rotational joint, edit that, and make this, you could type in 0.0625 divided by 2, and that rotation, or that closes up that gap. Now the other thing that we didn't talk about is how to, well, let's go back to that. Let's see if I've got some limits here. I don't have any limits, so this thing should rotate for me, and but it'll crash. So what we need to do is get a little bit more taken care of on that. The first thing I want to do is go back to the edit, and I want to do an alignment, and I want to align this face and this face right here. Okay, and that will make sure that that thing is, that's your 0, if you will. Then I want to edit that, and I'm going to go back and limit the angular numbers. Now you'll note that that says -1 or almost -2 right now. I'm going to just set that at 0. And then I'm going to set this, it's either going to be 90. In this case, 90. Now, and note that that's going the wrong direction. So I'll go back in there, edit that dimension again, or edit that constraint, and make that a -90. And we'll see then that that thing will open up and it stops. Okay, so that's how we can set that all up for the rotational.